the problem overall, but I think we will be able to stream the rest of the race without it. I will try fix it while we look at the qualifying session. As the Psyche is 2 turns up, she could come a bit closer to the front runners, but they are 7/10 in front of the rest of the field. There's Nazi coming down to the final corner. What time will it be? It will be only 3/10 improvement, and it will bring him closer to the rest of the pack. Storm is heading to the pit lane. Blacks goes out. What will probably could be his last run if he ain't like breaking it mid. Otherwise you gotta get hard to get 2 runs just like this. Mace is on an in-lap, it looks like. You're pretty much on an in-lap. Let's go, we're coming. Oh, 28.8. That is a good lap from him, very good improvement from him. Also that the yellow Ferrari once again. Still looks very good, especially here in Miami, it fits the colors very good. Let's see, I think Miles is on a lap, and the Haas still haven't got a lap time in, as well have via a V or R Storm. But let's now see what can Miles do. If he ain't heading to the pit lane, so he's probably going for a lap. Is gonna be a 1:30.1, and we'll go P11 just in front of a teammate Gret Elmo that is heading out on the track right now. You see Kiki heading out on the track to go on what will be his final run in the session. There's a lot of pressure on that run, especially because it is your starting position, and this track improves a lot over the session. So if you don't get a lap in the latest run, then you could very well fall down the field, even if you are the quicker driver overall. Let's now follow Blacks, because he will surely be on his latest run if he don't box at the end of this lap. Seems pretty... oh, it did seem pretty good until that time, and I think he will break it off and get back to the pit and see if he can get out on another lap. Yes, that one I think I am Silas could be on a lap time, but let's see. Surely it didn't improve that lap. Maximus is on a lap and is 5 seconds quicker, so it could well be down the B8 or maybe even faster. We have seen him be up at the top sometimes this season. So let's see where he will be. It will be a 128.9, will bring him just in front of Mace in B5. Ghost is also on his last lap. Let's follow him around this twisty track, and he goes for a 601 110 up. That means he could very well have a chance of the pole position right now, and very well have the chance of getting closer to Jelly Giesen in this championship fight. Now see, going into slow corner, this is the very hard corner where the driver matters the setup. No, it doesn't matter this section because it's not that much aerodynamics but more about the driver skill. Seems pretty good. Let's see. Where will he go? Can it be a pole position? And it is. It's a 5/10 improvement early, and that is such a big improvement from Ghost, and that's really setting a pressure on Blacks right now, and he doesn't seem to be on a very good lap at the moment if he wants to challenge for a pole position. But let's see. He actually is 3/10 up right now. That will bring him very close to Storm still. Or not Storm, Ghost. Let's now see. He needs to get so much time in just one corner, but can he get it? That is the deal. Let's now see. He comes up to the final corner, and it will actually be at 0.6. That is an impressive lap by him. Just came out of nowhere, pretty much made it in the final sector. Wow. Can anyone really challenge for that one, is the question. Drivers behind know what they wanna go for right now. That's for sure. But is anyone really able to challenge them? As we see, Cygate is 9/10 behind Ghost already, as Maximus crashed. Retired. He retired in the pit lane, so no more laps from him. Let's now see. Mace is starting a lap. Could be interesting to follow him, as he came out with some pretty good laps in qualifying when he have done them. Ghost, oh, there's some traffic at the end of the pit lane that could really affect a bit of his lap, but won't be more than maximum half a turn, I think, and maybe some frustration overall. Let's now see. It seems pretty good and pretty stable coming through here. And he is up on his time, not that much, but if we look at it, it's just 1/10 that will bring you 2 positions up, so it's all about gaining those last couple of thousands every corner, so you will get up, so that at least 10th improvement. This seems pretty good on this lap as Prep moves up to P3. That's also a very big improvement by him, well done to him. This seems pretty good coming through this section, as he actually down on his time as he break it. Atlas Gober coming around on his final run, it seems like. And no. Cygate up on his time by 1/10. He could be Prep right now and will be the next driver to get a lap in, else then I think no Kiki has, so it will be the next driver to bring a lap in. Can the Aston Martin get on the front of the second row? No. Oh, that was so close, but he don't manage to do it. I think he lost all of his time on that spin. Oh yeah, half spin. I think that could be it. We have I'm Silas then on a lap, and we have WOR Storm could will be on a lap. Let's follow Silas as he probably searches for more than P14, and it seems like it could well be down to the P12 around there if he still don't get more time in the last corner. He could well do that right now. Let's see, it's a 129.9 and that will bring him up to P12 actually. A pretty good improvement by him, even though we can consider that he didn't have that much energy to play with around that lap, and I think that should be it for qualifying. So top 10 is Esports Blacks, Ghost 72, UK, OVR, Prep 1, Cygate, Atlas Gobo, Maximus X, Mace, Jansu, Kiki, Elmo, Axel, I'm Silas, Smitsky, Die Miles. Then we have Andy Campbell and WOR Storm. That is the starting grid for the race. And remember that there will be no formation lap still, as we haven't get that turned on. So I think top 3 could be, I think Mace goes for third, Esports Blacks for second, and I think Ghost will take P1 and go to win the Grand Prix. And of course get back into the championship chances. I really hope this for the race technically, because that could bring so much more very interesting races. But let's see, it's gonna be 5 red lights right from the start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And we go. Let's see, it seems like some got a pretty good start. And Ghost takes the lead into P1. In front of the McLaren driver. And they are already creating a gap on nearly 1 second to Cygate that is pretty much fighting the Ferrari. Way down the field we have a lot of carnage. I think that's Maze that have spun around. With no damage it seems like, but we have a Haas with a front wing. Ghost already made 1 second gap down to Blacks. And I will just get the tires on for you. But it's already down to half a second. Oh, and we have some... I don't think there's anything looks like some big fighting down here. But of course I don't think that this is where you want to attack. But the exit of this corner could be where you want to attack, because it is a pretty long straight, so if you get a good exit you can pretty much attack pretty easily. You actually have looking down the inside of Silas, but choose to not make some move, which I think is a very good idea. Ghost have of course chosen the medium tire with which is probably why he got the better start and probably why he is driving away right now from blacks. That is interesting strategy to see what strategy will work best, and yeah, we have a pretty good fight in front of us looking at the strategy. We also have TML on the soft tire. He really needs to get that to work and get the moves done. As we see Mace retire in the pit lane after a crash he had earlier. But yeah, let's see if TML can bring anything into it, because he needs to get every move done he can and get that soft tire. Use them while they're working. We of course also have Blacks, who, if he can keep the 1 second gap and stay in for the DS, he's gonna have a much easier job to keep on with Ghost. But after that mistake, he just lost 7/10 to Ghost, which is a lot right now. But already they made a gap on nearly 2.5 seconds to Cygate. That is pretty impressive, you have to say. We also have a fight down here between Atlas Scopo and Daimise. What I said earlier is that he needs to get the move done, and he does. Absolutely. Remember, Leslie gonna join us later when he is ready. Let's see, is there any fighting going on through the field? I think Daimise is the most interesting driver to follow right now, as he actually pretty much pushes all he can on that soft tire, and such good pictures we get here of the different lines of the drivers, as you can see. Daimise go very wide there. Probably a warning, but will allow him to get a way better exit, especially with those tires, and DS should be turned on now. That will mean that, and it is, he will get a way easier job on overtaking Prep. Preps doesn't seem to defend it, which is a clever move, but Daimise really overshoot the collar totally, and he spins into the wall, and pretty much the strategy is very ruined by that. So unlucky, and I think that is something the stewards maybe will look into, but that is up to them, and updates will be in the next stream, of course. Let's now see, can Atlas Cobra get back to that P5 lost earlier because of the fighting with Daimise, and now he also down another one. So let's see, can he take anything into it and get back up to that P5, because this is very much for positions, as we can see the whole field, else than a Ghost that haven't made a pit stop or a spin have the hearts on, as 3 drivers choose already to take a pit stop, pretty much for front wing changes, I think. Absolutely it is. I must say, even though I know that the medium is very good around here, it's pretty good amount of speed he's pulling away with already. It's probably half a second per lap, but that also seems quite realistic considering he is on the medium tire. I think we got two very equal drivers, and the strategy will be so important, especially if there comes a safety car mid-race. It could be. Let's now see, Atlas Gobo really needs a good exit here. Really all over the back of Jansu. Let's now see, I don't think he needs to do any DS to overtake unless he really uses a high downforce, but let's see. Now he turns on the DS. And he actually is not that quick, he's coming closer. Maybe, oh, he goes. Oh. And he completely overshoots the corner. And that is him into the pit lane with front wing damage, I think.
Hello.
I think we have Leslie on. Hello, mate.
Hello. How are you?
I am Very good. How are you?
I am good. Watching some of this action going on track. There's been a couple of incidents so far in these opening 5 laps.
Yeah, we had some. It looks like pretty much driver mistakes. Some overshooting the corner and get some damage from that. And I don't know what happened with Mace, but he also spun. I could see. So yeah, pretty much drama on the track right now.
Yeah, it looked like the Day Miles one. It looked like he tried to come back on the track, didn't do it safely, and had a bit of contact. But that's up to him to make sure he gets back on the track safely. He didn't do so, and he paid the price for it. And Silas and Zmitsky at the back. They weren't at the back at the time, but Zmitsky went for a move at the end of this long straight that I think Axel KRS7 is about to do now. Going around the outside. He's not going to get the move, but he should get a bit of better traction out of the corner.
And the DRS probably.
And DRS, that's going to help him. And that's him up into P5.
Yeah, very nice move. At least one that didn't overshoot the corner, we can say.
Yeah, kept it tight. Made sure Janzu had no chance of getting back there.
Yeah, it was also a pretty interesting incident with Atlas Gopo, as we actually have a spinner. But this makes us pretty interesting incident with Atlas Gopo. He very much overshooted the corner by trying to dive down the inside and got some damage from it.
Yeah, as we see Day Mars back into the pits and retiring from the race. Shame to see 2 retirements now.
Yeah, already. But something interesting and positive at least is that we have 2 guys that are pretty equal on pace but on very different strategies this race, and that is the 2 leaders. What do you think that will gonna play out?
Well, I saw this. If you or the viewers watch EML, I commentated EML on Wednesday, and we saw this happen there. 2 fast drivers, both on the opposite strategy, and obviously the person on the mediums in the first stint was flying, had a decent gap, and then when it came to the pits, kept the lead, but obviously the advantage went to the other driver, so he had to then get round him, which he did, but a safety car came in and ruined that. So I think Blacks has got the advantage against Ghost in this one.
Yeah, I also, when I raced last night in TTGaming F1, my teammate, he kept the medium running for around 19 laps. So if there comes a safety car now, I think even Blacks will get the benefit mostly of it. I think maybe we have to wait 1 or 2 laps more, but yeah, around there Blacks already have the benefit. And that's
yeah,
like,
I think if he keeps this gap relatively low, it's fine. He'll expect the gap after the pit stops to be pretty similar, but he'll have the tyre advantage, and it was a big lock-up from him there. But he'll know he'll have the pace, and as long as he keeps this gap, the smaller this gap is, the better chance he has.
yeah, absolutely. And it's quite a hard track, so if you're already in the DRS, it tried hard to get people out of it again. So if these 2 gonna have a fight, this could be very interesting later on in the race.
It will indeed. I've just noticed there were yellow flags at the end of Sector 2, and Atlas Scope and Storm. Well, Atlas Scope actually has his front wing. Storm has none of that front wing. So straight to the pits for Storm.
Yeah, and one thing that actually also can play into this fight is that Blacks is the driver that joined a bit later, but is right now P3 in the championship, and Ghost is P2. And if he wins tonight, he can get just 6 points behind Jelle Giesen, who is the leader. So both drivers could get well in back to the championship fight if they win tonight. Because Jelle Giesen ain't racing.
Jelle Giesen ain't here. Wow, so big.
Yeah, the win could be important.
So I think it's important these two both finish on the top 2 steps if they're trying to win the championship. Both want to get maximum points. Even if you can't get that top step, you need to be getting second. And I mean, they've got a massive gap over the rest of the field at the moment.
Yeah, it's about knowing when to accept that you didn't have the pace to win, and when second is good enough, that second is better than the wall or P10.
Yeah, it's about being smart, managing your race and knowing when's best to just, instead of looking in front, looking behind, and settling for what you've got.
I think we have Maximus on the back of Great Elmo right now, actually. And they are very much on the same tire as Great Elmo spun and Maximus got damage. So that's another spin for tonight.
Yeah, I think everyone you can see from 8th down has had some sort of issue and has had to box. Definitely planned before they wanted to, so yeah, not going great for all those guys.
Yeah, I think Atlas Gober, though, he has such a good racecraft overall and is so smart of a guy that if there comes a safety car, he is well back into the, I would normally say, the podium fight, actually. But the drivers are spread pretty much out right now. There's quite big gaps.
That's the point I was going to make. It's quite spread out at the moment. The one driver I'm sort of following myself is Janzu, seeing if he can 1.7 with that varying now 1.9 off Axel KRS. So a bit quiet now.
Yeah, it's very quiet.
But you've here's a question for you, because you've been commentating the season so far, I believe. Who's obviously Jesse ain't here tonight, or Jelen or whatever. But Ghost and Blacks is out of those 3. Who do you see taking the championship?
Oh.
I mean, the easy option is the driver that's not here, right? Because he's sitting on top.
Yeah, I think
it's from the top.
It's just that Jelle Giesen always kept it nice and easy, and even though he have spun, sometimes he have somehow came back in the race. It seems hard to take another choice, but if I have to do, I think it's Blacks. There's still a long season to go, and he's really shown impressive pace overall.
Oh, Axel he's got himself stuck here. He's stuck underneath one of the highways, and that's lost him serious time. And I'm assuming, maybe he doesn't have wing damage. He'll be lucky if he doesn't, then he can just carry on, but he was just ahead of Janzu, so he's lost about 17 seconds, at least.
Yeah, he has, and I think Smithy is around coming on the back of Great Elmo. So maybe they can give us some fighting finally, and Smithy isn't the faster tire, I can see.
He is, yeah, he's got fresher tyres. I've just read the comments, just got the stream up myself. May said he was hit 5 times in turn 1. That's what happened to him. I did see, I watched that, I I watched that start with great intent, and I did see a Haas sort of go quite deep and make contact with the Mercedes. Is that Chris again having an off? It is.
Actually, I am Silas behind Axel now.
Yeah, Axel really needs to get those tyre temps down.
Yeah, they are. Oh, I could see.
Oh my gosh. Well, Storm's lost it at the same point.
Oh wow. I also, when I was driving around here, oh, that's Black's into a wall.
Oh, Blacks.
Well, now the strategy really have to work for him if he wants to get back. At least it doesn't look like he has damage. But
He's lucky.
yeah, especially in that part of the track.
Yeah, he needs. That gap is big, and I don't think the strategy alone, with just pace, is going to be able to bridge 12 seconds, having the faster compound of tyre on his second stint. So, ideally, Blacks would like to see a safety car.
Yeah, and I think the commentator cursed at him, to be honest.
Yeah, there's always the commentator's curse that's there to
Of course.
unravel.
If you knew what the commentator's curse have done to me, then you wouldn't ever say anything about any drive anymore.
A man who's experienced the commentator's curse.
Yeah. Last lap Abu Dhabi, and then I don't say anything else.
Ghost is now sitting pretty dandy up there in P1.
Yeah, he actually have a pretty good gap right now. Oh, and that is why I seriously, it's like every time we have a fight, someone's is spinning. I mean, it's actually true.
Yeah, I went straight on board with Axel there, and then as soon as Axel was right behind Silas, he then loses the rear end. So
Yeah.
no one wants to have us commentating over their battles.
No, clearly the commentator curse really hits tonight. Let's then try to say Kiki is really doing well. Let's see if he crashes into the wall soon.
But Ghost can just cruise. He can just doesn't need to take risks. Just focus on consistent lap times.
Yeah, just
doesn't have to push those medium tyres either. He can try and save the life of those. So he's in a good position.
yeah, and he can go a bit further than he maybe wanted to on that medium. Because he don't need to like push them as much. And then yeah, you can stay away from the walls as well. He can pretty much lose like 4 tenths per lap to Blacks right now, and it won't matter that much.
No.
Especially if Blacks boxes before him, then it yeah. Overall, I think Blacks need to get down to like 5 seconds to be able to reach the gap overall.
Yeah, realistically, needed to be within about 4 or 5 seconds after the pit stops. But that's not going to happen, barring any sort of mistake from Ghost.
Yeah, and something to notice is that his tire. Oh, I just fought Kiki's pun. Something to notice is that that his tires should be in the better position right now, but he ain't gaining time.
No. Stuck. Oh, Smitsky Elmo. No, that's Elmo having an off.
But that means we have a fight.
Here comes Campbell, and if you can hear my cat, I apologise.
That's fine.
Co-commentator.
I can't actually.
I'm your co-commentator, and he's my co-commentator.
Oh, you should have the cat standing down the track like Martin Brundle.
Cat.
Yeah. Miami cat. It's as true as the water.
Yeah.
Let's now see his Andy Campbell is like right at the back of him. He should get the move easily then, even without a spin. If that happens to spin now, I will get it impressed. And he is pretty much through.
Yeah. DRS open, nice and easy for Andy Campbell. Keep the car on the track, and that is P11.
Yeah, I really have to say those camera angles around this track looks very nice actually.
Yeah, there are some good camera angles here, actually.
Yeah, we just need to update that where we can steer the camera ourselves. But that could come.
Maximus went to try and take the place of Storm, but Storm actually defended that around the outside quite well, so Maximus is going to have another opportunity. And I think Silas is close to Axel up front as well, so there's two battles going on.
Yeah, we have, is that Silas and Axel actually back in a fight? They fought earlier, but it ended out in a spin. So Silas probably want revenge from that fight. And I think that is Ghost in. Nice and easy stuff from him.
Yeah. Oh, Ghost is in the pit.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And Blacks is into P1. Blacks really need to get this lap very good and then into the pit on those mediums.
Yeah, Ghost is in and out ahead of Sidegate, so...
But look now, because Sidegate will easily gain on him. Maybe even overtake him. And that could give Ghost some traffic.
It'll be bold Sidegate to make the move.
Yeah, because temperatures
Close enough.
yeah, and I think now it's too late maybe.
He's trying,
He's actually, a straight line speed is impressive. Whoa. If I was Ghost, I would try to stay as much out of this as I could, probably.
Yeah, but he's managed to keep.
Yeah, yeah, that's great. But that will be attack once again here, I think. When we 8 tenths, that's a lot.
Do well. No, he didn't. He might not have even got the
traction.
Oh, Maximus.
And that could be safety car. It is a safety.
Yes.
Oh,
where's Blacks?
Yeah, Blacks was about to get into the pit lane.
Ghost will still be ahead of him, but that's a massive lifeline for Blacks.
Yeah, but Ghost will be in the hard tire.
Yeah.
And the medium will probably be better in the whole race. Towards the end.
Well.
And Elder Scobel could very well be back into it now. Also. Something says to me that he have some good speed.
Well, so if you were on the track here, would you be going mediums or would you be risking the softs? Because realistically, you're going to go back racing lap 19.
I know my teammate did soft from lap 19 on, and they were pretty fine towards the end. So probably softs, I think. But I don't think anyone is going for it.
Is anyone gonna dare to go for it? I think obviously people are thinking safe wise, mediums. Atlas scope though, what's Atlas scope gonna do? I'm waiting to see what tyre he picks. Or he has picked. I think he stayed on hards. Okay, Atlas scope is onto the hard tyre.
Something says to me that Ghost could well have risked it in going onto the soft tyre.
Yeah, I mean if he goes in now, although he's caught up with the safety car only, so he'd lose at least 4 or 5 positions at the least.
Yeah, you have to think also that Ghost has to like use those tires to get temperature into them, but also keep the speed. Blacks can pretty much just drive and get it in without getting too much of wear.
Yeah, I think if he put it now, he might come out in fourth, but I think the chance has gone. Really, don't think he even got a chance.
Also, something to look at is that we don't have. It doesn't look like we have like any lapped car, but look how like far away the back of the car at the back of the grid is. This could be a long safety car.
Storm and Andy Campbell
Which
only
also
just
play into blacks. But something interesting is that 4 guys did go for the soft tire.
Yeah, I mean, if I was Atlas Scope here, I'd be back into the pits, and I'd be getting on to
Yeah,
mediums.
surely. I think soft.
He's not going to.
That's
Look,
interesting.
He's got mediums and he's got softs pretty much after him, so
I think what he wants to is to catch up to the safety car, and if it like doesn't go next lap, then he can pit and still get up to the safety car.
Interesting. This end of this race is going to be an interesting one. I mean, personally, from our point of view, this is good because the pack was so spread out. The pack was so spread out that we were having maybe a battle every few laps, and that was it. So this should spice it up a little bit, especially for the win.
Yeah, if Blacks doesn't just overtake and get away with it. But let's something in me hopes that Blacks doesn't have the speed, so he really have to fight for it.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. What does Ghost do here? Does he just let him go and try and stick with him, stay in the DRS, or does he just try and hold that P1?
Personally, I don't think Atlas Gober can boxing get onto the back of the grid right now. I think he will be the last guy. He also stays out, so we'll never find out, but...
So no, it's going to be an interesting one.
Yeah, this is really gonna, especially also Silas on that soft tire. But something to remember is that the soft tire, right now he's pushing on it. That means the wear will be a bit higher, and he probably still needs to manage to get to the end.
Yeah, he doesn't need to be pushing right now. Like when I'm under the safety car, I'm not pushing that much, to be honest. I'm
not in the corners.
Making my way around so I can keep the tyre wear down to a minimum.
Yeah, exactly.
Storm is taking the advantage of having another lap.
I think it's way I think he's way too far behind to do that. Like, they are where the safety car begins to say it goes in a few corners, and the Storm is...
Yeah, I think Andy Campbell might just catch up, but I think Storm
is sold, I think. Sorry, but...
Yeah,
there's no way we take one more lap.
Oh, it hasn't said anything yet.
I think it's around here, if it does.
We're intersected.
Yeah, in this lap. I don't think even Andy will get it because he just hit the wall. Wow. Yeah, this is gonna be an interesting restart.
Weaving. Ghost needs to weave most out of everyone.
Yeah, he really wants to get some temperature in that tire. And he's already going.
He's going.
I think that was way too early to go because... yeah, Blacks can get him on the exit. And he pretty much got with him while Saigate really didn't get the get the jump. Let's now see, you really have to follow these two guys in front. This fight is really spicing up now. You're already quite having a look there at the inside.
Yeah, he is indeed. I'm looking further down, and Atlas Scope is already losing ground on the rest. Those hard tyres are not working out.
I think what Blacks needs to do is to keep the temperatures down, and yeah, and he's through, and probably just keep it easy.
Wow, so Black's up to P1 without any DRS.
Yeah, and we saw how quickly Ghost did come out of the DS last time when the start was going. Interesting to see if like Blacks can do the same.
He needs to stay with Blacks here, which isn't going to be easy. Blacks is pushing. He knows he needs to get him out of the DRS. And he is gaining on this straight. A little bit of sort of fights going on further back. Kiki and Yanzu. Oh, Kiki has a little kiss of Yanzu. Storm doing a pretty good job of staying with so far. It's obviously no DRS still on this lap.
Yeah, Saige is actually sticking on just about to the group.
As further back, Andy Campbell has taken a little spin.
Look how like much the top three have used off their ears.
Yeah, they're all pushing really hard.
I don't know if Prep got the speed, but at the moment he looks pretty strong if he should get into a fight.
Yeah, he's looking good. Sidegate really trying to stay with these lot. Oh, but Prep is out. There goes the commentator's curse. Prep is out into the wall.
This begins to be quite funny actually.
And this is stricken car. He's whacked into that water side, taking way too much speed. And he's out of the race.
Seemed like it had worked out for Ghost. I guess right now Blacks is pulling out. He needs to get a very good sector now.
Yeah, he needs to smash this sector, Ghost. He really needs to bang this.
But he actually does. Look, it comes down.
Coming down, but is it going to come down enough?
Still 1.1 now, it's going up again. Yeah.
This could be the vital part.
And the exit really didn't seem good. Nah, he's not in.
No, he's not in.
And the... Whoa.
Sidegate is now dropped off as well.
I think that EIS usage really killed all chances of like anything. Because now it's no mind games, it's pure speed, and you can say that's another safety car. I don't think so, but
there's no cars coming up on track, so realistically, that shouldn't be a safety car.
No, it shouldn't, but there's one game.
F1 22 though.
Yeah.
It looks like it's still there, the car, but I think we're going to be all good.
Yeah, I think it's removed,
Yeah,
so
green flags.
No hope for Ghost right now.
Yeah, 2 DNFs and no safety cars. Ghost needs safety car really.
Yeah, he really does.
He's staying pretty close. He just needs Blacks to make a mistake, and then he's back in the game.
He is indeed, and Red Bull will actually also gain a big one on Mercedes, I can say, in the constructor right now. Because Mercedes will be on absolutely 0 points.
Oh. Oh, Axel has taken a spin, and that's not the first time we've said that today.
Yeah, no mercy from Leslie Dykert here. We have Kiki battling for P4.
Yeah, we haven't really spoken much of Kiki this race, but he's having a pretty
I mean,
solid race.
he managed to didn't get hit by the commentator curse yet, so that's pretty good.
You said the name now. There's still 6 laps left. It's still time.
Yeah. It begins to be quite funny to say people's name and suddenly they crash. But let's see, can Kiki get a good exit out of the corner? He doesn't manage to.
He struggled with his gear shift there. I don't think he shifted up early enough.
I also had that problem while racing, that always when I like exit that corner, there's really low amount of grip and I always seem to struggle there. Maybe he got the same problem with the traction. But he managed to keep it in, and his ERS level is 30% higher than Jansu. So we should maybe take that to advantage on the straight. Maybe just keep it close here. Just maybe even don't go for the overtake and go for it down into the last corner.
Yeah, he's not going to use. Is that Axel again?
And Janso is, so he's pretty much just pushing Janso right now.
Yeah, I have noticed. Ghost has dropped way off.
That's great elbow spun.
Cygate.
Yeah, Cygate seemed to stay very close.
He did have it down to 1.1, 1.2, but I think he's just made a
maybe a small mistake. Yeah. Let's now see. He seems to. I think Kiki's on a very low downforce setup where Janso have a bit more downforce. Because looking especially at the exit here, Janso have a way better exit. And also through the slow part of the section, Janso is pulling away.
Much better exit.
Yeah, he lost like
going on behind them though. At the scope, just getting ahead of Silas, who's on the softs.
Oh.
Hard to come out on top.
Yeah, I think the soft begins to be. Oh, I can see Silas soft is like 100 degrees. It looks like. Not. Yeah, it's just a bug, I think.
Oh.
Oh.
Late drama.
I mean,
that could be. That's it. Oh wow. Here we go. It's a late safety car.
What are you going? I mean, Ghost. I feel like Ghost have to box somehow. Looking at the gap, he will maybe get down behind like behind Kiki, but that's his teammate. That's one thing. And he have to try go on that soft tire. While Blacks, if he risk it now and he gonna get hit by traffic, Ghost could be running away with it.
What does Ghost think about the race, or does he think about the championship?
Ghost have to box. Ghost have to do the opposite of Blacks right now. I think it's just smart because you saw Cygate had a little push on him.
Oh.
I think Ghost have to stay out now, to be honest, but he doesn't. Then Black. I think everyone is coming in.
Everyone's coming in.
So that's a smart move from both of them.
Kiki's gonna double stack.
Yeah. Surely then this was a smart move for Ghost to box.
Got to come off the hards. Everyone is coming in. Wow, no one's taken the risk.
This is gonna be for real a sprint race.
Smitsky's taken the risk. There we go. Smitsky's taken the risk. So Smitsky is in P4.
Yeah, he's gonna. That's such way too big risk, I think.
Just looking at where Great Elmo is, I don't think Great Elmo even has a chance to pit if he wants to try and gain some positions.
No?
So if he pits, he won't get back to the back of the safety car.
You're probably pretty right in that.
So we're going racing at the end of next lap.
We could even go racing at the end of this lap.
Oh, I don't think so. But you never know.
Once again, we're playing F1 22. Safety car could, well, just stay out to the end. Probably a new bug just added to the game. It's like every update is an update of bugs.
It's a brilliant game. It really
Yeah,
is.
like the game itself is very good, but it's like, do you know the game mode in FIFA that's like mystery ball?
Blacks has left the session.
Oh.
Can we get him an invite?
Maybe. Can you invite? Because I have this problem. I mean, whatever. We don't wanna like end the race like this.
Oh crap! I can't. No, I can't do invites. I won't. It comes up as manage game invites and requests, and it won't let me do anything because this is a really great game.
Yeah, it comes up saying that 40 friends is online, but I can't like do anything.
If anyone is watching and still in the race, please do try and get Blacks an invite because we cannot on our end. And it would be a shame because we're going back racing in 2 sectors' time. Oh, it's not letting me do anything. Oh, this is a big shame if Blacks can't get back in.
Yeah, really?
Here we are then. Gonna be going back racing. And no Blacks in the car.
No, that. Yeah. Let's then see. Oh, Ghost had to live to not overtake, I could see. Yeah.
Oh, Blacks has joined. Blacks has joined.
Oh, he really needs to get back in that car, like, now.
He needs to get in there.
Yeah. Guess in there, Blacks.
He's lost the position to Ghost.
He is back, I think? No?
No, not yet, not yet. Still not in that car. I'm riding on board, still ghosting.
That man is like sweating now to get back in that car.
He really needs to get there.
Wow, he's AI just using also. He is back. Oh, that was such a wow. That's a good save from him. Like mid corner, he got back.
1.5 laps. He's got.
Look how they just drove away from Smitsky, and Smitsky's basically alone now.
Yeah, Smitsky doing a good job.
Yeah, he actually does a good job to like get away from the rest of the field.
If he can hold that P4, that is a brilliant move for him. But all eyes on the front.
Yeah, it really is.
Here we go. 1 lap. No DRS.
I just wanna follow Black's suits on this last lap. Oh.
I was letting him go.
Wait, what?
Oh, that is sportsmanship.
Oh, because of...
Yeah, that is nice. That is a nice touch.
Yeah, it is. Because there will be no DRS, so it's not like mind games.
No.
Exactly.
That's a nice touch. But you know, for that, I hope Ghost has a chance here. At least. I'd like to see these two go at it. Don't think he's going to be able to though. Blacks looks like he's just got a bit of a faster setup.
Yeah. Or maybe just the quicker driver by a tenth or two today.
Yeah.
Somehow it's just how it is.
So it doesn't look like Storm's going to have a response, but Smitsky sitting P4, he's got Kiki 7 tenths behind him now. He can use all that ERS, and I think he might just be alright. Although the gap's now coming down. Is it going to come down enough for Kiki to have a lunge? But it's not.
Whatever happens, Blacks wins the Grand Prix. Storms P2, target P3. Smitsky. Wow, impressive move. 17 lap old hard versus 4 laps old. Soft still wins. That was an interesting race in the end.
That was. We didn't get the fight at the end that we wanted, but we got a good bit of sportsmanship.
Do you want interviews?
Do you normally do interviews?
Sometimes.
Yeah, I've got time.
I can ask if they want to.
I don't mind if they would like to. I'm here for it. If they don't, no worries.
Who is P? Oh, it's Psychic. Wait, it was. Yeah, Blacks is on. See.
Ghost has said in the chat, sorry, got to get ready for work, great race. Ghost, if you're still listening to the stream, that is really superb sportsmanship from you, so well done to you, sir. Well done to you. And a brilliant race as well. Brilliant race. Well done on P2.
I guess Blacks here. Here's there. Yes, I've added Blacks. I think it will just be him done.
Yeah, we can have a. I think Black said it's his home race. The American. So he'll be happy. Fastest lap as well.
That's very true.
And pole position, so he got the triple.
The triple, even though. Then we should say, like people say about Max Verstappen. Blacks is that type of guy that can leave the lobby and still win.
Yeah, Ghost said would not have been right to take victory like that. I mean, I think most other people would, but yeah, you are right. I agree. I feel that is the.
I can say I would have driven.
Yeah, Neymar
but...
would have driven and taken the race, but
I can. Yeah. Yeah.
So do we have Blacks here? Is Blacks here?
Yeah.
I would have been that Valtteri Bottas guys, and it's unfortunate. Yeah. Yeah, maybe Lister, you can start off with some questions.
Yeah, Blacks, well done on the victory today. How do you think that race went for you?
Chaotic. terms of, it wasn't really chaotic in terms of like crashes or anything. Just events for me. I spun, and then I think, well, since I spun, I might as well go as long as I can and hope for a safety car, which happened. And then I got the lead, and then once I got the lead, safety car came out again, and I'm thinking, all right, this is good. I can charge my battery up and see if I can go for fastest lap or just hold him off if he gets in the, or he stays close to me. And then I disconnected, and then I couldn't get back into the lobby until the safety car went green, which was incredibly frustrating. But then I got back in, and I wanted to see if I was like 6th or 7th, but I was 2nd right behind him, and we got by him.
Yeah, I can say you was one of the managed drivers that was hit by the commentator's curse tonight. Especially by your spin.
Oh, I didn't know that's what happened.
Yeah, it is. How did you feel when like he gave you the position?
I felt like he gave me the position. That's what it seemed like. If he did, mass respect.
He did write in the chat that he didn't feel like the win was in the right way if he won in that way.
Well, I do appreciate that, but I think that's just the nature of of racing for all of us. You know, you take them how you can get them, and you know. But I respect that. I can't complain about it. So, yeah, I think that's good sportsmanship by him.
Yeah. Any more questions from you, Leslie?
Yeah, I think, like, yeah, obviously that was a great bit of sportsmanship from Storm there. Sorry, not Storm, Ghost. Apologies, completely wrong name there. So that's pole, that's the win, that's fastest lap. What are you? That obviously the leader of the championship not here, so you've taken a big chunk out of that gap. So how do you feel with the rest of the season? Do you feel like you can fight for this championship, or are you just sort of taking it race by race?
Well, I mean, I knew at the start of the season I could fight for it with the speed I had, so you know, I was looking forward to it, and yeah, just made a lot of mistakes this season. That's just been my problem. It's just making countless mistakes, and as you saw in the first stint on the hards, I spun out, which was another mistake. But without that safety car, that definitely would have been his race. And truthfully, I don't really agree with Goes. I think that was his race because I only came back because of safety cars. But you know, like I said, that is how things play out. You know, sometimes. So you know, I guess both of us are just not really wanting to take the win, but you know, I'm pretty sure the league owners would say, I don't care who wants to take the win, someone's got to take it. So, yeah, I'm happy though. At least it happened in the home race. It took 6 races, but better late than never.
That's very true.
That is very true. Final question. How do you feel going into Japan in 2 weeks' time? What's your thoughts going there?
Well, I did a PSGO race there, and the pace was pretty good, so I'm feeling pretty good about it. Japan's one of my favorite tracks, top 3 or 4, matter of fact. So I'm feeling pretty good for it. And then you know we got a sprint race after that, so it's definitely going to be a crazy next couple of weeks. So can't wait.
Yeah, you're back into the fight.
Finally, you know, with the Mercedes, you know, just winning so many races and being so consistent, it was so hard to get points on him. And I felt like we should have beat him a couple of times, but at the same time, he was just very good at not making mistakes like I was doing. So,
yeah,
you know, can't take that away from him.
Yeah,
you've capitalised as much as you can on him not being here this week. So, full plaudits to you, Blacks.
Thank you. I'm happy to win in front of the home crowd.
Yeah, congratulations to you, man.
Thanks.
Yeah, and I think that's that for tonight. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the